ठीक है, it's okay. बस ठीक है. Assalamu alaikum everyone. I am Dr. Aisha Haider, head of the Department of Forensic Medicine and Toxicology. I am certified ozone therapist, but I am not actually practicing ozone. I'm going to present this case because it is somehow related with my field, and it was treated in our clinic, which is run by my husband, Dr. Sohail Kamran. I will not take much of your time because I know everyone is tired here, but actually it is a very real life story of a young child who came to us with carbon monoxide poisoning, and he was cured, in fact, with the ozone therapy along with the physiotherapy. Sorry for my voice, I have some sore throat. So, as you all know, what is carbon monoxide poisoning? Carbon monoxide poisoning is harmful in the way because it has a greater affinity for the hemoglobin than the oxygen. And when there is carbon monoxide poisoning, the hemoglobin combines with the carbon monoxide 200 to 300 times faster than the oxygen itself, and it forms carboxy hemoglobin compound and thus displaces the oxygen from the hemoglobin and results in many neurological deficits, in fact coma and stupor. 0.1% concentration of if there's 0.1% concentration of the carbon monoxide in the atmosphere, the patient can go into coma and stupor within 2.5 to 3 hours. And if this concentration is increased only to 1% of the carbon monoxide in the atmosphere, the patient can go into coma within 15 to 20 minutes. So this is a very harmful poison, in fact. And the story of the child is that it was Bilal, a 12 years old child who was brought unconscious to Neram Hospital with a Glasgow coma scale of 6, and he suffered carbon monoxide poisoning from a malfunctioning instant geyser. Most of us living in Pakistan, we know we face every year more cases in the malfunctioning of the instant geyser which we install in our washrooms. So he suffered from the carbon monoxide poisoning, and one day when he was preparing for his school, and we went to the washroom and didn't come out, so the mother went and she checked, and he was sitting on the commode and stiff with his forearms, arms, and legs. They were stiff, and he was sitting in the same condition on the commode. So she rushed the child to the hospital, good. I am not going to take the name of the hospital, but they referred the patient within 2 to 3 days to another hospital. The mother was not satisfied. She consulted the mother of class fellow of her child, and she was a doctor, and the doctor advised her to come in. We are going to take this child to the Neram Hospital, which is a very good rehabilitation center working in Islamabad. So the child came in this condition to the Neram Hospital. You can clearly see his picture. He is all flexed at all of his joints. On the examination, the patient had muscle spasticity in upper and lower extremities, and he displays neurological deficits, confusion, and actually aphasia. He was not able to speak at all. Given the persistence of symptoms, the patient was considered for ozone gas therapy. Actually, the ozone treatment is not available at the Neram Hospital, but my husband is working as a radiologist at the Neram Hospital, and he works as ozone therapist at IMR, a private institute for ozone therapy. So he took the patient to the IMR for ozone therapy along with the physiotherapy, to combine the ozone therapy with the physiotherapy. I'm not going to explain how ozone is working and all these things. So the patient was instructed to undergo a clean enema 2 hours before receiving ozone therapy. Actually, we started ozone therapy to the patient through rectal insufflation. So for all of you know who are practicing ozone therapy, you know that the enema is very necessary for the rectum and for the large intestine to get it clean. And you know that our large intestine, our colon, is working as a second, is considered as a second lung for our body. So the ozone was administered through the rectal insufflation with the help of a rectal tube and the ozone containing the bag. The concentration which was given, it was about between 15 to 10 micrograms per milliliter, as you all know about lower concentrations. And the quantity was given about 100 to 150 milliliters of ozone within 5 to 10 minutes period time. And then the rectal tube was left there for 15 minutes, so the gas cannot come out and it can be maximally absorbed through the colon. So there were two phases of the treatment. In the first phase, ozone therapy was administered for 2 weeks on alternate days. So there were total 6 sessions in conjunction with the physiotherapy for his speech problems and for, of course, the stiffness of the muscles. In phase 2, the same treatment was given twice a week for about 1.5 months along with the physiotherapy and the speech therapy. And the patient was called for about follow-up for about 15 days for next 2 months. Now, you know carbon monoxide, what the carbon dioxide does to the body. Carbon dioxide is poisoning, is imbalancing the oxidative stress and the antioxidant mechanism of our body. And the ozone, it releases the carbon monoxide from the hemoglobin. It creates carbon dioxide, and the carbon dioxide is then releases through the lungs. So what it did, it entered in the main bloodstream, react with organic and inorganic substances until complete oxidation. It reacted with the ozone, the carbon monoxide, and converted into the carbon dioxide and eliminated through the lungs. And also the carbon monoxide increases the enzymatic, by the end of this day, I think, so you all know, it increases enzymatic antioxidants in our body. Now, what was the outcome of the therapy? Following the ozone therapy session, the patient showed remarkable improvement. It was literally a miracle because you can see the difference in his pictures. Like this is the picture when he came to us. And this is his, when he came, he was with angio tube. And after first session, his angio tube was removed. And this is his last picture. He's happy and healthy and sitting on a couch. After 6 sessions, his Glasgow Coma score was improved from 6 to 11, and spasticity was reduced from 3 to 2, and neurological deficits, including weakness and confusion, was all gone. Carboxyhemoglobin level were within normal limits, indicating successful elimination of the carbon monoxide from the body. And the end of the ozone, the 2 phases, the second phase, the patient was fully conscious with the scale of Glasgow Coma scale of 15 and had fully recovered from the muscle spasticity. According to the muscle spasm grade, it was 0. Neurological defects associated with carbon monoxide were gone. Patient had independent walk at the end of the treatment. Strength of his muscles was measured through the manual muscle testing. It is adopted by the physiotherapist, which reported the muscle in grade 4. And it has, like in grade 4 is the grade in which the person can walk or the muscle can walk against the gravity with a very little resistance. And cognition was also improved, measured on the Montreal Cognitive Assessment Test. So carbon monoxide poisoning can lead to debilitating symptoms, including muscle stiffness and neurological deficits due to hypoxic injury. Ozone therapy holds promise as a potential adjunctive treatment for carbon monoxide poisoning. It improves tissue oxygenation and reduces oxidative stress, aiding in the resolution of the symptoms. And now this Bilal is studying in his school, and he's very normal. His speech is recovered. He can walk properly, and as Professor Umair Rashid said in the beginning, that our goal should be not earning money, we should concentrate on treatment of the patient. So this, alhamdulillah, this patient was treated because he belonged to a very low socioeconomic status. So we treated the patient free of cost, and alhamdulillah, he's very good, in very good health. And this case is I think so, a miracle for all of us, and we can use ozone therapy for such type of poisoning in our future studies and future. I think so. We should work on this and should involve all our people should involve clinics in this kind of studies and exercises. Thank you very much. Any question? Yes. I'm not a consultant ozone therapist, I'm not, but hopefully I can answer your question, yes. I told you that he was admitted in 2 major hospitals before coming to the Neram hospital. And what our aim was to treat him, because the carboxyhemoglobin toxicity was very clear, because the history was very clear. He get the poisoning from the instant geyser. So I don't know, no one measured his level. But our aim was just to treat him and just to give it a try, because it was a very totally new case. She came to the hospital for physiotherapy only. But the doctor who was accompanying the patient's mother, she is my colleague in the medical college. I'm a professor of in the medical college. So when she saw my husband in the hospital, she just asked him to help this patient. And he thought that only physiotherapy may not be helping this patient, because he was very crippled, and from the picture it is very clear that he was in a very bad condition. So he thought we should try ozone therapy on him, and we started ozone therapy along with it.
Thank you very much, Doctor.
I don't know, because we didn't measure the saturation, we just concentrated on the treatment of the patient. Thank you.